And we back. Now today's video, we're doing something that is completely against what I know and love. See, if you're a fan of the channel or you watch my podcast, you know that I love some good old defense. As cool as it is to see somebody hit a 35-footer, I love the players that get down and try to clamp up because it's just as important. You can drop 20. But if you give up 21, you lost that game. But in today's video, I'm trying to build the worst defensive team ever while also winning a championship? That don't really make sense, but I'm gonna try my hardest. But of course, there's some rules to it. So shout out to Eros. Y'all know I'm going through the comment section and accepting challenges. He said, Day 4 of asking Kenny to do a no defense challenge. The rules: the player has to have a C+ or below defensive attributes and only silver or below defensive badges. Now I'm going to tweak that just a little bit because C+ is above average. So no, I'm going to change it to C or below, which means that you are average or below average defender. And when it comes to the badges, if you only have like rebounding badges, that's fine. I'm talking about the real defensive badges. You have to have silver or below. So it should be a lot of fun. Be sure to leave a like on the video, but there's one thing I want to promote before we get into this rebuild. Since we're all in quarantine and we're all missing basketball, I thought it was a perfect time to bring back KOT4Q Reacts, where I sit down, watch highlights, and give my reactions to them. So I'm actually dropping 2 videos over on that channel. I'll leave the link in the description. 2 bangers. And if you still want some more NBA fix, I'm trying to bring as much content as possible. Upload here, 2 uploads there, and I got one other secret thing that I've been working on. Don't sleep. But first, let's get our team together. So if you're a fan of these rebuilding challenges, you know that I never actually select my team and I never actually draft my team. So we're going to stop in 3, 2, 1. We're playing with the Wizards in today's video. It would have been kind of cool to land on the Nets since I'm rocking the Nets hoodie. But no, we land on the Wizards. And the Wizards will have a top 15 pick. That is beautiful. Y'all know I have a reputation of getting the worst possible picks. But in today's video, we get number 14. But I don't actually do the drafting. I'm going to let my sister GM take over and put together a team that I'm just going to take over the team that they put together. So we'll see who they got. I saw Paul George was the number 1 option. And we end up with Karl-Anthony Towns. So Karl-Anthony Towns, even though we kind of see him in the NBA world as a negative defender, his inside defense, according to 2K, is a B+. So that he cannot be on this team. We're gonna have to trade Karl-Anthony Towns. Even though in my eyes he's the perfect center, for this challenge, I have to meet the rules. You have to be a C or below in your inside defense and perimeter defense. So Cat has to go. Then we have Derrick Rose, who fits. He is a C on perimeter and no defensive badges, so Derrick Rose can stay. I don't know if he will, but he can. Gordon Hayward has to go. His perimeter defense is above average. DeAndre Jordan has to go. Monte Morris can stay. Otto Porter has to go. Bryn Forbes can stay. Kevin Huerter can stay. Jerebko can stay. J.R. Smith got to go. Amal Vergamino got to go. So yeah, we got Sekou and Bobo, but Bobo has to go. So we have players that we definitely have to trade. But the number one thing is trying to figure out who is the best players we can actually trade for. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these players, the reason they are stars is because they at least average on defense and great on offense. Like, I know we used to talk trash about James Harden's defense over the past yada years, but he actually been playing a lot better on defense for the past 3 or 4. But before that, he was trash. But now he's decent. Obviously, Giannis is defensive player of the year candidate. So like let's see who the best player we can have on our team. Jokic we can't even have because his post defense is above average. Trae Young is the best player, and that makes sense. He's 6'1". It makes sense. So Trae Young is possibly a guy we could trade for. I'm add him to my target list. But who else can we add to the like? All of these guys are above average defender in their own rights. Like, this is gonna be a tough challenge. I didn't really realize how tough it was gonna be when I accepted it. Devin Booker is a C+. We can't even get Devin Booker, bro. He's a C+. This is gonna be a tough one. Zach LaVine, add him to the target list. Who knows? He can save us. CJ McCollum, add him to the target list. But everybody else, Sabonis, he's the only big man that I've seen so far. Sabonis, C- defense and in the inside and an F on the outside. We're gonna make this work. I'm gonna look at the trade finder for Karl-Anthony Towns. Hassan Whiteside is the only person that pops up. That's an L. We're gonna try to trade Cat. But the problem is the 2 guys that we want to trade him for, Trae Young or Sabonis, both on rookie contracts, so we won't be able to do that. So we're gonna have to trade Karl-Anthony Towns for Zach LaVine, who plays for the Jazz. That is a hell of a trade. But it's the one we're gonna have to do probably. It makes sense financially. Is there any other pieces on this team that I can take that fits the challenge? Melo, I guess. Melo's the only guy that fits the challenge. They had Zach LaVine, Zion. Those two players should be playing together in Chicago. I just gotta say it. But man, the rest of these players. Okay, I'll take Melo, and I'll give you back Milos Teodosic. Actually, you give me a pick. I'm giving you Karl-Anthony Towns. They say no. Okay, forget Melo. I don't need Melo. You give me that pick. No? Okay, how about now? No. That is ridiculous. That they won't accept Karl-Anthony Towns for Zach LaVine when your best center on your roster is Noah Vonleh. Let's be realistic. All right, we got to do trade finder Zach LaVine. And he plays for the Jazz. So let's go over to the Jazz. Zach LaVine, trade finder. They want Derrick Rose and Otto Porter, Gordon Hayward, Milos Teodosic. Sure, we'll do this one. Because Derrick Rose can be safe, like I said. So I want to keep him as long as I can until we find something else that's a little bit better at the point guard. Gordon Hayward had to be traded anyway. Let's just make sure Zach LaVine, he has literally 0 defensive badges. We are getting OG Anunoby, who I will have to trade because y'all know OG Anunoby is a above average defender. So we're going to have to trade him away eventually. But Zach LaVine, that is a deal. So we didn't even have to throw in Karl-Anthony Towns for that trade, which is cool. Now that that trade is done, we're going to have to try to pull off a Trae Young or Sabonis trade. So we should see how much money they have. Because that's super important, right? We need to make the contracts match. If I'm going to give you Karl-Anthony Towns, who's making like $27 million, the contracts need to match. And it looks like the Cavaliers are a little below the salary cap, or I guess above. I always get that confused. They don't have money. They don't have any space, but they're not in too much debt either. And I think it was the Raptors where Sabonis plays, and they're well into debt. So let's try to trade for Trae Young. I didn't see that he was untouchable, so that's a plus. I'll give you Karl-Anthony Towns. Okay, how do we do this? You give us back Terrence Ross and Doug McDermott, and then I'll give you OG Anunoby, and then I'll also give you Jonas Jerebko. Okay, they're not interested, but they don't have a counter. We have some picks. 1 pick, not enough. 2 picks. This is so crazy that I have to trade all of this for Trae Young. And a second. Yes, okay. All right, so Trae Young's on the team as the worst defending player in the NBA, basically. Worst defending point guard. Trae Young, Zach LaVine. We need to trade Otto. We need to find that center. We need to find who is the worst defending center. Like, it's going to be hard because if you have a big body, your perimeter or your inside defense is going to be good. Who's the worst defending guy? And there's Cantor. Enes Kanter, whatever you want to call him, is the worst but best guy available. That is terrible. How about power forwards? Because we can switch a power forward to center. Like I want to do that with Sabonis if we could potentially get that trade off. But yeah, this is going to be rough. Sabonis again. Gallinari can't run center. I guess technically Julius Randle can run center. But that's like yikes if Julius Randle is our starting center. So we have our shooters and Davis Bertans and Nemanja Bjelica that we could potentially get. But if those are like the best guys available, we're in trouble for this. I'm saying this right now, we're not winning the championship. A miracle would have to happen for us to win a championship. But let's see. We're going to go to try to trade finder Sabonis. I don't think it's going to work just because he is on his rookie contract. They want Derrick Rose and Bobo. Okay. Before I trade Derrick Rose, is there another point guard out there that's better than Derrick Rose that we could potentially get that can't defend? Trae Young, no, I guess technically Derrick Rose is coming off our bench right now. He's our 6th man because we just traded for Trae Young. So I don't feel as bad trading. Ooh, D'Angelo Russell. Ooh. D'Angelo Russell plays for the Rockets. Okay. I'm changing. I know I'm all over the place in this rebuild, but I need to put together the best possible team. So would I rather have Sabonis or D'Angelo Russell? Now, the reason I'm asking that is because I can run Zach LaVine at the small forward, right? But we actually don't have a big man at all. So we should probably prioritize the big. Let's do Sabonis. Get him onto the team. Bobo. I think I may have to flip Patty Mills. But Patty Mills is kind of old now. So maybe I won't have to flip him. What is his defense looking like? Perimeter defense is a C. So we can keep Patty Mills as our backup. That's a pretty good backup. And Terrence Ross can stay as a backup. Otto Porter has to be traded. We can potentially... I'm going to go back to the Rockets. Like, hey, Rockets, I know we just called your phone and we hung up immediately. But maybe you can still have a guy that I want, possibly. Ooh. This is getting rid of all of our depth to bring in D'Angelo Russell. Actually, I'm probably going to trade Sekou over. I could keep Kevin Huerter. I'll keep Kevin Huerter. This is getting rid of all of our depth, y'all. Terrence Ross fits this challenge. Patty Mills fits this challenge. I'm doing a trade anyway. I don't care. We're going to have to flip Dwight Powell because he is a good defender in the post. Okay, so let's look at Sabonis. Oh, I didn't even look at Sabonis' badges. Hold on. Defensive badges, all rebounding badges. D'Angelo Russell fits, and fits. So all of these guys fit. So I'm going to make Zach LaVine a small forward. This overall goes up. I'm going to make D'Angelo Russell a shooting guard. This overall goes up. So right now our starting lineup is looking like Trey, D'Angelo, Zach LaVine, Sabonis, and DeAndre Jordan, who doesn't fit this challenge. I'm going to have to trade for Enes Kanter, who plays for, I think I added him to my list. I didn't add him to my list. Enes Kanter plays for the Heat. I just made a trade with the Heat, didn't I? Did I make a trade with the Heat? I'm getting all my rebuilds confused. But what do you want for Enes Kanter? They want Dwight Powell, Bryn Forbes, DeAndre Jordan to Bryn Forbes, Monte Morris. Which one of these trades makes the most sense? Bryn Forbes is a guy that can stay onto the team, but he's also a shooting guard, and I think I have a good backup. Satoransky, I'm gonna have to flip. So I'll just do the Dwight Powell trade because he couldn't be on the team anyway. So now we actually have a starting lineup of the worst defending players in the NBA according to 2K. Don't come at me in the comment section. I didn't build these rosters, but all these guys fit. Now we have to get our bench rolling. Who's our best defending or worst defending center that we can get? Because DeAndre Jordan has to go. Otto Porter has to go. Satoransky has to go. I'm bringing back Derrick Rose. 2 Chicago kids, actually. But I'm going to have to flip Jabari Parker because they have his defense above average. Okay. But I'm going to flip him. But we're doing this trade for Derrick Rose to be our backup. Yes, sir. If we can have Derrick Rose, we will have Derrick Rose. And yes, right? Yeah, he does fit the challenge. And defensive badges, 0. So now we have too many point guards. So Satoransky still has to be moved. I saw a trade that had to do with Satoransky and it was Davis Bertans. So hopefully that trade pops up again. I would love to pick up Zubac, but I think he is too good of a defender. And he is. He's a C+. Oh my God. Aaron Baines is too good. Thomas Bryant is going to be too good. Finding another center like Myers Leonard is bad enough. All right. Looks like we're trading for Kelly Olynyk. He fits it as far as his grades go. And his badges, I'm guessing he doesn't have any defensive badges. No, he only has shooting badges. Tomas Satoransky's out. Kelly Olynyk is in. I am pretty confident that we are going to be a Swiss cheese out there on the defensive side of the ball. We still have to trade Otto Porter and Jabari Parker and then J.R. Smith. But those are like the last guys that have to be moved. Jabari Parker for Nemanja Bjelica. Y'all know he fits the challenge. And let's see, we have two more players to trade, and that is Otto Porter and J.R. Smith. And then we'll go through everything. Davis Bertans. What position do we need? Let's see what positions we need. Point guard position, we're fine. I love our point guard rotation. Shooting guards, Kevin Huerter is good. If we can have a better, then I would take better. Small forward, we're cool with Doug McDermott technically. And yeah, so I guess we're looking for a backup shooting guard with this trade. Otto Porter. And lastly, J.R. Smith, and we'll throw a pick in there, you know. Why not get some more value? I feel like Luke Kennard fits. Oh my God, he might be the worst defender in the entire game. Yogi Ferrell, this fits as well, so we don't have to worry about flipping him. And those are probably the last trades. I'm gonna go through everything again just so we can prove that we've meeting the requirements of this. D, F, Trae Young, D'Angelo Russell, C-, D-. Zach LaVine, C, D-. Sabonis. Oh my God, this is terrible. F, C-. Enes Kanter. F, D+. I didn't look at his badges. Rebound chaser. Okay, we're fine. Derrick Rose. We already looked at him recently, but I'll do it again. Derrick Rose. C, D-. Luke Kennard. Terrible. D-, F. Nemanja Bjelica. D-, D-. Yeah, I don't even know if we're making the playoffs, y'all. We got firepower. We have firepower to score, right? We can score with the best of them. But after that, After that, I don't even know, man. So actually, I think I'm gonna make Derrick Rose a shooting guard. Where's he at? Derrick Rose, shooting guard, and I'm gonna make his backup a point guard. I'm gonna make all these backup positions work so we can have a full rotation. Why does his eyebrows kind of look purple? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Shout out to D Rose, man. And then I'm gonna make D'Angelo Russell's backup point guard a point guard as backup position a point guard as well. And then Zach LaVine's backup position is gonna go to shooting guard, so they can run some multiple kinds of rotations. Okay, so that works a little bit better. Okay, let's see how this is gonna go. Let's watch the first couple weeks of the season together. WLL. Yeah, this is gonna be a rough one. I'm gonna manually pick a player because y'all know last time I got sold and they signed Evan Turner, and Evan Turner came in and messed up my entire challenge. So Jimmer for that, welcome to the team. And who else? Who's the worst perimeter defender out here? I would sign Taco, but he doesn't fit the challenge. Thomas Welch, welcome to the team, I guess. Is that enough players? Is that enough players for y'all, 2K? It better be. It is. Okay. But that was a couple wins. If we do make the playoffs, I feel like we're going to be like 6, 7, 8 seed. But we're putting up points. Oh, you know what? I should look at my coaches. Defense is a 1.5 star. Yes, we did it, fellas. That is terrible. That is absolutely terrible. What the best system for us though is going. I'm not going post-centric. No, get this man out of my coaching spot, bro. Come on, man. We're not doing. We'll go space and pace. That makes the most sense. Y'all, it ain't looking good. And I'm gonna go past the. You know what? Let's stop simulating just in case, because this is literally the best team I could put together. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not players that are better than this right now. Like, yeah. Sabonis is averaging 9 points per game. 9. Trade Finder Sabonis, but there is no power forward that's gonna be better than him. That fits the challenge. Hold on, John Isaac is gonna be too good. I know he's gonna be too. Not John Isaac. John Collins is gonna be too good. Yeah, like this is the best possible team, honestly. Unless you want to trade down for Lauri Markkanen, because he won't fit the challenge. But at least he averaged a double-digit points, Sabonis. What are you doing? Montrezl Harrell don't fit. Jaren Jackson definitely don't fit. Rui is probably not gonna fit, but I'd be crazy to trade an all-star. He fits for a rookie. Nah, that don't make sense. And Daniel doesn't fit. Yeah, this is the best possible team we could put together. And we're terrible. We are terrible. 23 and 26 if you cannot see. But you know what? Things may turn around. And you know what? Things kind of are. We have a positive record. Oh, well, not anymore. 35 and 36. And this might be enough to make the playoffs. Like I said, we're going to be a lower seed. That's just how it's going to be. 41 wins, so we're above average. 42 wins on the season. Luka wins MVP. Ja, Drummond, Kawhi, and then Luka for most improved. Did we have anybody make the... What team are we? We are the Wizards. We are the Wizards. I always ask that in videos, and people be like, Kenny, it's in the right corner. I've never paid attention to the right corner. So, yes, we are the Wizards. But nobody made an all-NBA team. Nobody's going to make our defensive team. And we have no rookies. And we did not make the playoffs. We did not make the playoffs, y'all. The first time in rebuilding history that I've rebuilt a team to not make the playoffs. And we were 2 games out, so we were kind of close. We just didn't win enough, man. But let's see. Let's just look at stats, because that's the most fun thing about this challenge. Were we really the worst defensive team? No. We weren't the worst defensive team. We were 25th. We gave up 118 points per game. We were the second best offense. So that's one thing I did do well. I put together a good offensive team. We just didn't have the defense to match. We were actually a point differential positive, barely at 0.8. I definitely expected our defense to be the worst in the league, but it wasn't, which is a W. Blocks total, we were dead last. Steals total, dead last. That makes sense. What else is a defensive stat? Opponents 3-pointers made. We were number 8, so we gave up a lot of 3-pointers this season. Wow. Okay, our personal stats, we had 2 players average 20 plus. Zach LaVine was basically there too at 20. Derrick Rose averaged 15 off the bench. This team, I mean, we shot very well from the field, it looks like. Let's go back to team stats and field goal percentage. We shot basically 50% on the season. From 3, number one in the league as well. Our offense was incredible. The defense was just trash. Defensive rating, almost dead last. Almost dead last. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, y'all. I would say that this challenge is basically impossible. You'd have to have extreme amount of luck, and we didn't go on any real win streaks. Like we kind of had a 3-game there, but that was like our biggest win streak on the entire season. So you're not gonna be a good team if you can't win more than 3 games in a row. But hope you did enjoy the video regardless. I tried my best to put together a roster. It really hurt that players like Karl-Anthony Towns had good defensive numbers, because in reality, you know what I'm saying, he should be able to fit this challenge, but he doesn't. All right, I'll be back tomorrow. Link in the description to the second channel. Go watch those reactions. Peace.